What's going on, guys? Welcome to another car vlog. I know last time the audio wasn't that great. I did order a microphone so that way it sounds a little clearer in here. It's definitely my exhaust. It's pretty loud, but it'll get better. Oh, look at that. It's even shaky when I hit stuff. Sorry about that. So today's topic will be about college, not college, and whether I think it's worth it. So a little bit of my background and my college experience. When I graduated high school, everyone's under that pressure of kind of seeing what everyone else is doing. What are your friends doing? Are they going to college? Are they staying home and going to a community college? And during that time, I kind of felt that same pressure, and I felt for me, going away to college would have been too much. I'm more of a homebody, and the majority of my friends also didn't go away to college. They stayed in the area. A lot of them worked full-time. Some of them didn't even go to college yet. So I decided to go to a community college, which was down the street from my house. And I did my first 2 years at that community college. I had some friends also go to the community college, so I wasn't alone. So it felt a little more comfortable to me rather than moving away, not knowing anyone. So during my first 2 years, I was doing school full-time and working part-time. And I would say the first 2 years of college is really experimenting and seeing what you like. I mean, you're taking a bunch of different classes. Oh, look, low tire pressure. Yay. So during the first 2 years of college, you're trying to figure out what you like, what you don't like. And for me, the first 2 years, I still didn't even know what I wanted to do. But I did eventually end up finding the urge or the interest to move away for college. I think I was starting to grow up, become a little more independent, and I ended up getting accepted to UCF and FGCU. And FGCU was a little bit closer to home, so I decided to go that route. I went to FGCU, and it was a very nice school. It was brand new. It had a beach on campus. It wasn't as big as UCF, so I felt like it wasn't as crazy, and I feel like it'd be easier to, I guess, do schooling there, because you're not involved in so many parties, so many craziness, so many crazy things going on. So as I was sitting in the advisor's office, I remember going through a bunch of different sheets of different career options and things like that, and all I remember was looking at the salary range. And I mean, it was showing me finance, accounting, marketing, all these different things. And I feel like I made my decision based off not only the salary range, but also I did feel like I was picking up accounting pretty easily based on the basic classes of accounting that I had already taken. So I was thinking, you know what? Any job I do is going to be a job, and jobs are usually not fun. So I might as well make some money doing it. So I decided to just go with accounting. Why not make some money doing it? And now, just from my experience now, I feel like if you pick something that you really enjoy doing and not focus on the amount of money you're making, you're gonna really feel like you're not even working a day in your life. And I think you'll be happier with that. So I really feel like money doesn't really buy you happiness in that sense when you're going to a job that you're not enjoying for pretty much half your day. I mean, you're sleeping 8 hours a day. The other 16 hours a day, I mean, half of that you're working. So if you don't enjoy what you're doing, I mean, really, half the time you're alive is going to be, I guess, miserable, depending how bad you hate your job. So looking back at it now, if I were to give advice to anyone, it would be pick something that you enjoy doing so it doesn't feel like you're working a day in your life. But it is also hard when you're sitting in that office trying to pick a career because you don't know what it's like yet. You haven't experienced it. And not only that, I mean, you may like it at the moment, but a few years later, you may not like it anymore. So it's such a hard thing to decide on. But it really just has to go down to like what you enjoy doing. And definitely don't base it on the salary amount and the money, unless of course you're in need of money, like you're in a certain situation where you're in desperate need of money, then of course you got to do what you got to do. But I mean, if you have the option, I would definitely go with picking something you enjoy doing and don't worry about the money. Another thing, while in college, I joined a fraternity, Pi Kappa Alpha, also known as Pike. And I definitely recommend joining a fraternity. I'm not trying to push any certain fraternity on you, just whichever group of guys you can relate to the most. It's a great way to network, meet new people. I know a lot of people say, oh, you're paying for friends and all this stuff, but I mean, it's like telling a company, oh my God, you're paying for marketing, you're paying for networking. Like, it's something great for yourself. Like, it's building value. I think networking is definitely something you need, like, to grow as a person, to grow in your career. Like, why wouldn't you want to network? I just think the way people perceive fraternities and groups like that is just all you do is party in it. But just from an example of mine, when I first moved away to college and I needed to get a job, I applied at Best Buy and I didn't get the job. But then again, when I was in the fraternity, I found out one of the fraternity brothers was a manager at Best Buy, and I ended up applying again and he got me the job. So that just went to show that, you know, who you know really helps. So it can benefit you in so many ways. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have the parties, you're gonna have all that stuff, but while I was in college, I was actually in a relationship the whole time, so I wasn't really in it to like meet new girls or try to party and hook up with everyone, which I know people do that, and that's kind of a misconception in it. But I mean, it also is a great way to meet people. I know a bunch of people in my fraternity that ended up marrying girls in the sororities that they used to date while in college. So I mean, there's so many benefits of it, so I definitely recommend doing it. I mean, it isn't for everyone. Some people don't like being around that many people, but there are a lot of benefits that come from it. I mean, you're even dealing with a bunch of other people in the fraternity, different personalities, which can also help you in your job, because once you get out in the real world, you're going to learn that there's different kinds of bosses, there's different kinds of coworkers, some that you like, some that you don't like, and you got to learn to deal with all those different kinds of personalities. And being in a fraternity, I felt like I experienced a bunch of different personalities. So I would say while in college, I would say maybe 40% of the classes I took were in accounting, maybe even less. And out of those classes in accounting that I took, I feel like the stuff that I learned in those classes, I would say probably 20% of it I'm actually using in my day-to-day job right now, or any of my accounting jobs that I've had. I feel like there's a lot of stuff you learn in there that you don't even use. And if I were to go use it, I probably need a refresher on it anyway, because I really don't remember it. And the benefits of nowadays, we have Google, so we can just look things up to refresh our memory. So for me, I feel like college, you do learn a lot of stuff that you don't end up using. And I guess you're just learning to learn how to learn. But in its defense, I guess you are experimenting and learning a bunch of different things to see what clicks, to see what you like. That way you can weed out the things you don't like and narrow it down to the few things that you do like, so you can make the right decisions when picking a career to make sure it's something you love. The other benefits of college, of course, I mean, it is expensive, it is time consuming, but you're always going to have that security, that degree that's almost going to always guarantee you a job over other people that don't have the degree. So it's something good to fall back on. I mean, for me now that I have my degree, I have some experience under my belt, I feel like I'm always going to have a job in accounting. Well, because of the job market for accounting, I mean, there's a lot of accountants in need. That was actually another reason I chose accounting, is because accountants are always needed. There's a high demand for them. But this degree also makes me feel like I can go take a chance in something else, and if I fail at it, I can always fall back on my accounting degree. So I feel safe in a sense where I'm always going to have a job making decent money. So it gives you that safety to take chances, if that makes any sense. But I'm actually getting to work, guys, so I gotta end it here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.